Hello, YouTube. It's Hobo Mackie here. Um, I am in Lakeland, Florida at the moment. I found me a little homeless camp, and I got a tent for the moment and a little fire going. It's going to get cold tonight. But I did some hitchhiking recently, and I had a hard time picking up a ride. I got one ride for about a few miles, but the rest of the way I had to walk. And it got hot and I was sweating and I was like really want my legs were just like jello and worn out, and I really needed a ride, and nobody really picked me up. A lot of people passed me by. I smiled, my thumb out. I mean, how could you not pick me up? Did I look that scary? But I did have a hard time. I'm in Florida at the moment. Florida is definitely a tough place to hitchhike. Other parts of the country can be real easy. There's places where literally almost every person that rides by will pick you up. But Florida, a lot of creepy people, a lot of, I guess maybe I don't. I guess there's a lot of dangerous people, but I think it's also just kind of, every little crime is reported on the news and gets amplified, and they make it out to seem like it's pandemonium out here. But I'm out here every day, and it's really not that bad. So, top 5 reasons to pick up a hitchhiker. Number one, it's because it's safe. Um, that might be not what you're thinking, but that's the truth. You can ask somebody who doesn't hitchhike, and they'll probably tell you, no, hitchhiking or picking up a hitchhiker is very dangerous. But of course, they've never even tried it because they think it's dangerous. But if you ask somebody who does hitchhike or does pick up hitchhikers, they'll tell you, never had a problem. It's always been enjoyable, good, and nothing wrong with it. Um, you take a country like New Zealand, for example, it's actually not taboo there. Hitchhiking's a normal thing. They literally have like benches where people line up to catch a ride, and um, it's so here in America, it's taboo. It's in our horror movies. It's I don't know. It's just it's just considered to be dangerous. My parents growing up, they're like, never pick up a hitchhiker, and your parents will tell you that because they don't want their children picking up hitchhikers. But so we're all taught from a very young age, do not do it. But I was recently looking up the statistics, and it's like 0.0000000 chance of getting hurt. You're more likely to trip over the vacuum cleaner in your house and get hurt. I mean, yeah, it's there. And I can tell you from experience, I've had no issues or problems. I've never heard of any issues or problems. I mean, I'm real receptive to anything hitchhiking, and I've never heard of any actual bad story. I've looked them up on the internet, and there are some, especially like in the 70s and times like that. Um, but I mean, what danger are you truly worried about? Because um, serial killers, you can think of them all, Ted Bundy or the BTK. None of them were picking up hitchhikers. Uh, why? I mean, there's so many easier ways of killing people. Why would you have do it a way where you have to wait several hours to pick up a ride? If you were wanting to find women to murder or rape or something, why would you hitchhike? Like, women don't pick up hitchhikers. Or if they do, they're usually with a guy or something. And it would make, why wouldn't you just do like the regular serial killers do and go to where the women are at, like colleges and stuff like that? It's no real reason for anybody for somebody who's going to commit a crime to decide to do it hitchhiking. Somebody who's going to hurt you or in any way, they can. I mean, anybody can do that. It could be your own family member, it could be a friend, it could be the dude your neighbor, it could be um, just somebody you walked by at the mall. I mean, it could happen at the bus. We're all humans. I mean, there's danger in your life every day. There's nothing you can do about that. This is life. A little bit of danger is actually good for you. There's a reason why women like dangerous guys. People who do dangerous things and survive to tell the tale are um, a lot more prepared to handle danger, because in your life you're going to run into danger, and those that who deal with it on a regular basis are going to deal with it a lot better. And then, so even if hitchhiking is dangerous, a little danger is good for you. And what I'm telling you is, it's a very mild danger. I mean, it's no worse than anything. As far as, it's no worse than just going for a jog down the street. It's just as dangerous. So, 99.99% of hitchhikers are more like me, where they're just regular people who need a ride somewhere. And there's no real reason not to pick them up. So it's totally safe. That was a long number 5. But number 4, hitchhikers will help you out. So not only is it not dangerous, it's actually safer, in my opinion, because hitchhikers could help keep you awake if you're tired. There's somebody to talk to, or they're an extra set of eyes if there's a deer in the road or something. If your car breaks down in the middle of the night, or your tire blows, maybe the hitchhiker could help you jack the car up and change the tire. So hitchhikers can be helpful. All right, number 3. It's better for the environment. It promotes carpooling, basically. Um, I'm actually proud that I do not drive a vehicle. I do not pollute. I do not use gas, oil. I do not waste. I use all public transportation or hitchhike. So it's more of a carpooling effect. And if somebody's going from A to B and they're going there regardless, and they're going to burn all that gas and oil, why don't I just hop on from, and it doesn't really affect the environment whatsoever. It doesn't add to it. Whereas if I had my own vehicle, and if everybody has their own vehicle, then there's a lot more traffic, and there's a lot more pollution and all that good stuff. All right, number 2, um, helping someone out makes you feel better. So, hitchhikers, we really need your help. We really enjoy your help. We're hitchhiking for a reason. We're taking a chance too, sort of. And like I said, it's not really dangerous, so it's not even hardly taking a chance. But um, it's when you help, you're really actually doing some good. You're helping out, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you any extra money. It might cost you a minute of your time, so you can pull over, pick me up, and then um, another minute or half a minute to drop me off, and that's it. And then you're actually helping somebody, and which is going to actually make yourself feel better. Um, it's it's a good thing to help people. Even hitchhikers, we want to help people. We're happy to help. If you give us a ride, then we're going to be happy to help you out as well. We're very grateful people. I promise you. And number 1 reason to pick up a hitchhiker is because conversation. You get to meet somebody new, kind of deal, social, and you're meeting somebody who's more open-minded, who's probably got a story to tell. It could be a backpacker or a hiker who had a run-in with a big bear or something out in the, it could be somebody traveling across country, and they, it could be not. It could just be somebody who needs to get to the next town as well. It could be all sorts of things, but you don't never know. And it's usually it don't have to be an interesting story, but it could be an interesting story, and it's just almost certainly an interesting conversation. Plus, you can always learn something from somebody, especially somebody you don't know. It's a unique social situation as a hitchhiker, and picker up of the hitchhiker, and it's a unique because you both don't know each other. You're both actually a little um, nervous or hesitant, because you just never know. It's somebody new. But yeah, what it usually it turns out to be a good conversation. And it turns out to be a good deal, um, all around. And I've learned so much from so many different types of people who picked me up hitchhiking. It's always somebody who I think is really cool or really nice or a combination of both. Assholes, they're not going to pick you up. They're just not, which is a good thing. I don't want to get picked up by an asshole. Only one time I can think of I got picked up by an extreme Jesus freak kind of person who was like really trying to like explain how to better my life and stuff, which I wasn't seeking somebody to help me better my life. I think my life was fine as is. Like they were trying to like put me on the right path and that kind of thing. And it's like, dude, just pull over. I don't need this. Um, but I also have had a lot of Jesus freaks where I actually like them, even though I don't, they're never going to convert me or nothing. But I actually they're good people, and I like them. I had like a Russian trucker picked me up one time, and he like made me read the Bible, but it was kind of the way he did it was like in half Russian, and I just really needed the ride, so I read the Bible. And it's not really a big deal. I only had to read a chapter, but he took me like halfway across the country. That trucker, um, and he would like give me food, and he's a good guy. That's what he was. But there's certain like Jesus freaks that might be overly pushy and stuff like that, over imposing on their views, and I don't care for those types. But so it's not always perfect, but no matter what, you learn something from somebody, and it's a unique situation, and you just can't buy those kind of things. And it's totally free, and all you gotta do is pick somebody up. It's gonna be a good situation. You know, Something bad can happen at any time. Just picking somebody up isn't any more dangerous than anything else, and it's gonna be rewarding for yourself. I promise you, it's rewarding both ways. You're helping somebody out, um, and it's always a unique experience. So that's my top 5 reasons to pick up a hitchhiker. Thanks a lot.